Between next week's throne speech and the upcoming budget, it may seem like the Liberals are in full election mode. And with the election only 3 months away, who can blame them? But the Liberals still don't have a full roster of candidates. In fact, none of the major parties do. But in the GTA, nobody is in better position than the Tories. Using official lists provided by the Conservatives, Liberals, and the NDP, City News has learned that the Conservatives have 95 confirmed candidates. The Liberals have 80, and the NDP 51. John Wright has been running election numbers for decades, and he says this is a big problem for the NDP.
She sits at about 30% most likely to be the best premier in the province. But if you don't have a platform, and all you have to do is criticize, and if you don't have nominated candidates, you haven't got much of a hope in having a big show at this campaign.
Most polls show that the Conservatives are poised to form the next government, some predicting that Premier Wynne may even lose her own seat. But Wright says a weak NDP could actually empower the Liberals.
And if you don't have a strong NDP core in the city, you've got candidates that are known and connected, it leaves it open for Kathleen Wynne to basically call on those Liberals and saying, be with me, not with that leader, so we can stop Doug Ford. And I think that's going to play out again.
In part because the NDP have major gaps in their GTA roster. Depending on how you break up the GTA, there are between 40 and 46 seats up for grabs. And the NDP still need to fill 30 of those. The Liberals and the Conservatives are each shy about a dozen candidates.
Well, we know when the vote is actually happening. I'm a bit surprised that they haven't got nominated candidates. There's an advantage to that because they can be knocking on doors and get local presence. The difference with the Toronto area for the NDP, though, is that there's an underlying municipal base of support that they have through local councillors. So it may just be that they've got the organization in place, but it's getting a little tight in terms of getting nominations ready.
And that's the irony, because the Liberals don't even have confirmed candidates in ridings they currently hold, but are at risk of losing, like this one, which is Etobicoke Lakeshore. The only confirmed candidate here is a Conservative. One noticeable absence, though, from the Conservatives roster, Doug Ford. Although he's expected to run in Etobicoke North, he's still not the confirmed candidate there. Meanwhile, former Conservative leader Patrick Brown won't be running in the Ontario election. The Conservatives have decided he won't be allowed to run under the party banner in his Barrie area riding. Now, shortly after that word came down, Brown said he won't be running at all. The 39-year-old quit as party leader in January after claims of sexual misconduct surfaced, something he strongly denies. Ontario voters go to the polls on June 7th.